thanks for coming. I think this is such a great segment because I just think that women don't really talk about this stuff enough. They talk to their girlfriends, but they still don't come away with an answer.
Right.
And I always say that we as women constantly chatter and talk, but we're not really saying how we feel about things.
Yeah, it's so important to talk about things. And by the way, I was really sorry to hear about your recent miscarriage. I'm sorry to hear about that.
Thank you. Yes,
Yeah.
I talked to Glamour magazine about it after a while when I was ready to. I didn't know I had a miscarriage a couple of months ago, and I didn't know that 1 out of 4 women have a miscarriage. Is that the statistic?
It's very common, yeah, up to 25%. And that's just the miscarriages we know about. Often you can have a miscarriage, you don't even know you're pregnant, and you miscarry before you even, it registers. So it's probably even higher than that, but for known pregnancies, up to 25%.
And I've honestly had women tell me that I've been friends with in the past that they had a miscarriage, and I kind of didn't really understand. I mean, I get it, and I'd say, I'm so sorry, that's terrible, but not until you really go through it do you understand what it means. It's just, in your head, it's a person that could never be, and you blame yourself as a woman, and I accidentally found out from my doctor that would have been a girl. You were talking about wanting to have a girl, so for me, it was thinking about Bryn running around with another girl,
Yeah.
It was really just something that women were so supportive, and it was great to kind of go through that with other women, and it's not really about me and not my experience. It's kind of just about being able to talk about it and women knowing that it's so common and it's not their fault.
Right.
And
I think it's, and by the way, I feel for you, but it is really hard because it's the kind of thing that a lot of people don't really understand. They don't have a ton of sympathy because they kind of feel like, well, you can always try again, or, it's not that big a deal. And it really is. And it's really important to talk about it, acknowledge that. I've had really close friends go through it. Sometimes they even need to talk to a professional about it.
I was just going to say to have support, because it could be different for everybody. Somebody could be, for me, it's that I'm older, I'm 41, that was ringing in my head, it's high risk, and then that, but I'm lucky to have my first child. For some people, they're trying to have their first child, so they're going through that, and then am I going to adopt, and am I damaged, and what's my husband going to think of me, or there's that. And then people who have one feel guilty talking about being upset about, even if it's you have 2 kids and you wanted to have a third, you feel guilty that there are other people who can't even have one, but everyone's going through their own experience. For some people in their mind, their perfect life is to have 3 kids, and if they can't make that happen, or if they want to have a boy for their husband. I mean,
it's a loss, and you have to mourn it like any other loss and really acknowledge it. And then, you may be ready to try again, you may not. You have to wait until you're really emotionally ready as well as physically. But it's very hard. It is,
and it's the way that men react to. They don't really get it. They don't understand. They kind of understand what it means, but they don't know how to react because it's just something that I think is foreign to them. It's just something. So anyway, the point is, this is going to be a safe place for us to talk with you and other people just about what we're going through, because I think it is important for women to discuss what they're going through. It is, my therapist told me about anything, just you should talk to your girlfriends, because we have these things that go on in your head when you're alone and when I'm laying in bed and I'm beating myself up about all kinds of things, and when you talk about it to other women, it really does make you feel better.
Absolutely. You're not alone.
Yes.
That's great.